Here we go. So the market has not crashed. That's a fact. And are you concerned about how this year is going to end and how 2025 is going to start? And the big question again, will more buyers come back to the market? Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Rene and I run a real estate team in the Oakville and Burlington region. If you like these videos, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of this content, don't forget to subscribe. And if there's something in here that you just don't agree, or maybe I'm not covering, or you got some feedback, please click the link in the description, book a one-to-one, and I would love to talk about anything and everything real estate in Oakville and Burlington. So let's get right into it. How is this going to pan out in terms of one more month to go, and how did November perform? A lot of people are still on the fence. Interest rates are dropping, which is good, and I think there's a lot of hope for 2025. So the market did not crash in 2024, and I got facts, I got stats, and I want everybody to understand that this market has been adjusting. We're actually in a pretty decent situation, and I mean, lots of inventory. So if you're a buyer, there's good options. If you're a seller in this market, you just need to be priced very fair. And even then, once it gets past like 90 days on the market, it's just time to pull it off and we got to reset. Let's chat about the market and like why I keep saying that it's not crashing and we're doing okay. When we look at Oakville, month over month, this is actually really good. Oakville is up in the detached world, 8.7%, which is bringing a detached home in Oakville around 1.875. And the townhouse market is actually up again, month over month, 4%, which is great. It's at around $1 million. And the condo market is up 8%, which brings it to around 692,000. So month over month, we're up in Oakville, and that's great because we need more of these months. Now in Burlington, great news for the detached market. It is up around 9% versus the previous month, which is awesome. The townhouse market is down a little. It's actually hovering around 801,000, so it's down about 5%. And the condo market is around 553,000, which is down about 6%. Now, again, this is month over month, and things change. And the good thing about how we operate is we love to look at things on a month-to-month basis. We like to look at things year to date and then the last 12 months. So now if we look at Oakville year to date, the numbers are all in red, but that's not a huge surprise, okay? The detached market is down about 2%, which brings it to about 1.872 million. Townhouse market is down about 6%, which brings it to around 992,000. And the condo market is around 660, which is down about 3.8%. And I mean, if we average all that out, year to date versus 2023, we're down about 4% price wise. Now, Burlington, it's green all across. Year to date, the detached market's around 1,433,000, and it's up 2%. The townhouse market is up just a measly little amount, but 0.4%. It's around 856,000. And the condo market is hovering around 622,000, and it's up just 0.5%. If we average all that out, we can say Burlington year to date is up 1% versus last year, which is great news considering where we have been in the last few years. Now, if we look at the last 12 months, I love looking at this too. They're kind of similar to year to date, but if we look at the detached market, it's down about 2% as well for Oakville, which is around 1,876,000. The townhouse market is down about close to 6%, bringing it to 992,000. And if we look at the condo market, it's down about 5%, which is around 656,000. Now, if we average all that out, it's pretty similar to year to date. We're at about 4% as well. Burlington, if we look at where we're at, the detached is up about 2%. That brings it to about 1.4 million. Now, if we look at the townhouse market, it's up 1%. And if we look at the condo market, it's just up 0.4%. So when we're looking at all these numbers here, the interesting thing is that year to date, last 12 months, pretty similar. It's nice to know that we analyze this in this way. Some factors that have happened in terms of why we are where we are. I mean, new listings is down which is great news because we're down 4% versus the previous year in Oakville and 3% in Burlington. We're down. So this is good news because we need new listings to simmer down. This has been a huge problem with what's happening in this market. And I mean, inventory is up drastically too. We're still up 35% in Oakville and we're up 13% in Burlington. These numbers are huge. Given the fact that there's not a lot of buyers in the market, we can't afford to have more new listings. So the great thing that I'm looking at here is if we look at sales, comparing it to last November, like we had a way better November, which is great. We're up 29% in Oakville and we're up 28% in Burlington. I feel that the good chunk of the reason why we're up is interest rates have definitely helped, but that's very encouraging. And if we carry that into 2025, I think that we're going to be in a good spot come spring next year. Days on market still taking quite a bit. On average, Oakville's around 33 days, which is actually up 18% versus last year. And Burlington is around 39 days, which is up 30%. And now keep in mind, there's some properties that are on the market 60, 90, 120. So very important to know that this is just an average, but a lot of neighborhoods, they range. Months of inventory is still high. We're at 3.6 in Oakville and 2.8 months in Burlington. As inventory starts to drop, months of inventory will adjust. That's pretty high right now. So the cool takeaway with this too is that this is the second month in a row that we're seeing sales go up. It's excellent news. I mean, if we have consistent month over month over month for like 6 months of increased sales, it's going to help with inventory, which means that sellers will be able to get closer to asking price. Right now, seeing about a 3% on average below asking price in terms of what they're selling for. It's encouraging. I mean, we need the rates to keep going down. I think the next announcement should bring some positive news, hopefully at least a quarter point. I mean, 50 points would be amazing, but we're going to see how that goes. And another takeaway here is just October and November. Like we see more buyers come out. It's encouraging. I know we're working with a lot more buyers now in terms of planning. A lot of people are just starting to really get close to just going out to see homes. Even though we're in December, there's a lot of people that are thinking of still making a potential transaction because the prices are actually pretty fair. All right, so every time in my video, I love to talk about positive news, and especially if you are a homeowner and you've lived in your home for at least 5 years. So here we go. In Oakville, if you are a homeowner and you own a detached home, the market has appreciated approximately 39%. And that's huge, 39% over the last 5 years. If you live in a townhouse in Oakville, it's appreciated around 32%. And if you've lived in a condo or own a condo, it's gone up about 23% over the last 5 years. In Burlington, this is huge. If you're a homeowner and you own a detached home, the market's gone up about 47% for a detached home in Burlington, which is huge. A townhouse has appreciated 44%. And a condo has appreciated 30%. Those are the stats over the last 5 years. So yes, the last year or two or three, not good. But if you've been in a home for that long, 5 years, you've done extremely well. The one big takeaway with all of this, like I'm honestly saying this, the market is not crashing. It's some people are gonna listen to the media, listen to other realtors about it's doom and gloom. The stats don't lie. We are trending in the right direction. Although Oakville is a little behind and it's down, I feel that Oakville will pick up very nicely come Q1 and Q2 of next year. Burlington, you're green. So, I mean, if someone's saying that the market's crashing, correct them. Burlington is in the green. And even if it's only 0.4, 0.5, or 1 or 2%, that's fantastic. I was doing this video the year before and last year, and I mean, tracking where we were was quite scary. We were down at one time 20%, 15%. So like to be where we are, it's excellent news. And I would highly suggest booking a one-to-one with me if you want to get more in depth with your neighborhood and what's going on, because every pocket is a little different and every home's different. And I'd love to just give you my thoughts on where this market's going. If you're thinking of selling, especially now in December, I would say no. unless you got a really unique property, there's no inventory, and you absolutely have to. Let's hold off till Jan, Feb, or even March. And I mean, if you're a buyer thinking of buying, absolutely, the rates should only keep going down. Definitely good deals out there. So again, if you need some more counsel, more advice, I'd love to help. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you do like this content, subscribe. And if there's anything that you want to go over or maybe I missed in this video, click the link in the description and let's book a one-to-one. I'd love to chat, love to know what pocket in Oakville or Burlington you live in, and would love to help out. We live here, and so should you.